I'm going to take a minute of your time to let you guys know that I'm not even a political person, and I'm not a all the rules are being followed currently. That know that it's not my job to do this, but as a equal individual, we all have the same opportunity to do the same things. We all have the same rights. We can all buy the same things. And when one comes across a website or a agency that they buy, and it happens to be Bible, if it's okay that that person is letting the agency be shared under the whole wide world to have their names in it, then that's fine in the process if that's what the agency says. So as far as any agency online, it is all respecting of all religions, and it's respecting of all people. It's giving the matter and the benefit of the doubt to offer some capabilities that you're already installed with. So as a human, you have your mind, you have a lot of things that you need to have self-discipline on and stuff, and you have to be strong, and not only that, you have to be mind smart. Right here, right now, the best gifts that God's given us was the 10 Catholic commandments, and those would be the first rules for life that we to follow. They're always to be followed, and those are like the first laws for life and for always just making a right move. You must follow those to like be with moral, and we expect that because the next time it's expected that um, if you're we're not gonna really accept lies anymore at all. Today's a new day, and maybe before it wasn't understood or clear that the things of the past can't continue, and this goes since 2021 of August that the call was made out, and they said, that the things can't continue, and they were very mad about how they were separating families, and so a lot of things were happening in error, but because of the fact that things weren't meeting the specifications, there was an understanding yesterday, and that the things of the past weren't just understood; they were also being con artists, and these things are now against the Ten Commandments. They're going to be the more serious laws on the land, and they follow the same rules. That's why they have other people do their dirty work. But from here on, the fact that everybody is going to be able to know who has what, and we're going to be able to live in the communities with the people without problems. I want to say it took a long time to get to this point in life, to have this day, that it's a first historic thing that we're doing right now. This establishment is not only taken 250 years to talk about, it's also being established, and what we're both agreeing to. We all agree to the same things, that every human wasn't documented on every birth certificate. So that paused the part for the vehicles part in the DMV. Nothing could pass through with that. And these are honest errors. If I was doing this again next year, it would be a automatic write-up. They should know. So that's not no longer going to continue to where we're going to continue working on an error. Things could be fixed immediately. They need to be fixed. They need to be recognized. They need to be known and put in writing, because we can't put our whole trust in the computer system right now, that we're going to have to handwrite as well. So this is just in case. And this is part of the part that they will need one in writing. And then this will be with the 3 copies process as well. So every time you do something, you want to make 3 copies. You want to make a copy for you, a copy to them at all times. Anytime you guys do anything in writing, it has to be not no longer verbal, but in context. And it has to be your promissory word. Everything written is what you're saying and what you mean. Never be afraid to put everything in context, because that way you guys are both on an understanding, and what you're saying, and hold yourself to that. I've been doing a lot of the context teaching, and they've been correcting my errors along the way for since 2021 that the book started from Book of Books Agency. Um, that project was a little bit of a school, and everybody passed. They're they're all on the same standards as of today. Obviously, we're learning a lot, and revelations aren't just planned. They're not even planned. They're more like a revolution when we're getting things done. And so after today, it's important that all know that the five greatest senses that God given us was the ones that we have to that are free in life. So we have to look at what we have already that's within us, and know that it's so important, and it's a gift too, and so we want to treat it the best as well. A lot of sacrifice came into this too. A lot of lives were lost, and that some things are gonna continue to be probably yeah, coming in, and it's just because of the fact that we're here, and we're going to talk about the things that do not cross territories or counties or anything. Like, you're not going to run here and go over there, or run there and run here. The things are now to where we're all, like right now, on one understanding, and that the things of the past aren't going to be so forgiving, because some of them will follow you till that truth comes to light, and that's not for us to decide. That's between you and God, to be honest with you. When the time comes, you'll have a time for everything, but we want you guys to enjoy life right now as best as you guys can, and live it, love it, and don't do bad. Because it took a long time for this day to reach that. It's a real blessed day. We couldn't have this day without God, and He sent me for you. And what else? Like, it's just that like, you have to realize always too that somebody was there with their heart and tears in their eyes, watching everything. That, like, some people just couldn't sit there and stand it anymore, and people do that every day when they get up to go to work or whatever. Just always put your heart in it for God, and you should be fine. We want we want to see you guys be all that you guys can be, but we do not want to see the disrespect of one another. Like, we want to see actual genuine friendships, and not fake ones, going forward. And so that way we could integrate and get to know one another, rather than like not knowing each other, make things fun. My best part of this whole process was a book, and it was my pleasure to share it with you guys. What that, like, I did it because God's the one that led that, and I'm not a church or anything. I'm just telling you guys, like, I'm not understanding a lot of things myself, but all I know is that I'm here to do something big, and it's something that nobody's ever done. It's part of a gift that He's offered me, and that's the only reason why day two that He chose you guys all to be in it, and that He couldn't wait for this moment to, like, share with you guys this next best thing part. I didn't know, and I don't always know when He's gonna pop up, but I do have feelings, and I don't know how we connect, but it's a different it's a different realm. Um, but He came back specifically for you because of the faith, because of everything that the promises were kept true to. I'll explain the part too that where He comes with a different name. He comes with a different name because that's for a reason, and that's part of my asking to Him. He, if He would have came back with the same name, people would have rejected that because they're bound to the 10 Commandments. And then if they didn't, then we wouldn't really. it's a real risk factor, but it's also like something that bounded, and it bought him some time to do what he needed to do while he was doing what he was doing. And in 26 days, from 3 days later, El Salvador was already changed. And then Marco Rubio says that in a statement. And then that was only 3 days of his return. And then after that, the first day that he came, he went straight to work. He started telling the government like where they were wrong. He just barely received his body and his so now you see him all on TV now and stuff. So he's came to not only my world but your world too. And it's a very special thing to share with you guys. My greatest hope is that you guys could take some understanding in this. And I don't know what your heart tells you, but if you guys let it speak, I believe that he'll be able to come to us a little bit more. There's more to it. Just if before they gave us back the people every time, then we wouldn't know what life was, or we wouldn't really take it seriously. So understand that everything's to being in its timing. To tell you the truth, I didn't think today would have been a good time to say that I would like to see this now, but I'm just speaking from my heart to tell you too that, well, whatever you guys believe and see, like have your guys' wishes been answered and coming true? Has that ever happened in the past? And how are you viewing it? Because it's really him. And the Bible part is part of the agency. The agency part is part of the digital process. All of this comes from the territory talk since Biden left Afghanistan. And so there was a few stories already told on that part. We're gonna go ahead and forget it and let it go. Leave the mystery inside the church, and as he continues his life forward, he'll be using that name, and whatever comes after, just whatever your heart tells you, because I can't really speak on. All I can tell you is what I know, and going forward, he came back for you, and if we all went together once, we're back here again, and may we continue to try to work together and come to the same understanding on all things with no errors, and helping making these things perfect. And that's why he chose the things that he did and the names that he did. And we're going to go ahead and continue the process that is already now so that nothing's torn down. And we want to just see what we're going to be able to create together without having to fight. That's pretty much it. That's the beginning of this house of God's longest standing. Um, it's all dedicated to him, and the glory will always be for him. We're never going to forget his story, and I'll be firm on it.